I love cryptid stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Bigfoot,
Mm-hmm.
Mothman, Jersey Devil, a lot of the cooler, more niche ones. I don't remember their names anymore, but I used to watch that stuff on Sci-Fi Channel,
Mm-hmm.
The Hunt for Nessie, these TV shows. Um, I still remember, like, growing up, my parents would leave us like gifts from Santa Claus,
Mm-hmm.
and they told me, Santa Claus gave these gifts, da 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 da. I don't remember when it happened, but eventually I did find out that Santa Claus wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that whenever it did happen, it was just such a like, oh yeah, okay, makes sense. Just something my parents lied to me about. These presents they bought them
Mm-hmm.
for us. Okay, cool. But the day I realized that Bigfoot probably wasn't real, because the show talking about did we find Bigfoot
Yeah.
was on it, on a Wednesday night at 9 p.m. on a Sci-Fi Channel, and every episode was like, it turns out the sound was a dog from the neighbors next, in the valley over, but maybe Bigfoot's still out there. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, Bigfoot's not real, and that crushed my young heart.
I mean, if it makes you
That
feel
was
better,
really-
there's they think he could have existed in the sense of like, I don't know, like 10,000 years ago, there was this like mega ape that was like 20 feet tall and like massive. And some people think that's where maybe that could have come from, which is kind of interesting,
Well,
but who knows?
Yeah, I mean I've heard theories about Bigfoot and Nessie, that they were maybe something that happened that did live like way long ago, or
Yeah.
that the one that started these more modern sightings was some sort of mutation, or released something that got out or trapped. But I've also heard like weirder theories about Bigfoot, where it's like Bigfoot's not physical, it's an energy manifestation.
Yeah.
And that's why it disappears so fast. And that's where I'm like, okay, that's enough internet for today. We're gonna go back and check.
That's a fun one. I've never heard that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and there's all sorts of weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to read all sorts of weird books, Mysteries of Mind, Space and Time, or something like that.
Mm.
It was just this like book of just strange, unexplainable stuff. Human combustion, and these
Oh,
aliens
yeah.
sighting, or the
Mhm.
people who people who witnesses were like, okay, that man died,
Mhm.
but then like 3 years later, the man would show up and have all the memories of like
That person.
that person, but they're like, no, but we have your body here, like it's rotten and we can't confirm it anymore, but like and this is all like older stuff, so like a lot less data and scientific fact to go off.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like, I filled my mind with the weird possibilities of what's out there.
Well, were you a Ripley's Believe It or Not fan? Because that's what got me into like all the cryptid stuff.
Yeah, a lot of Ripley's Believe It or Not. The Fact or Fiction show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a throwback. That was
I
that on a History Channel? What was that on?
no, I don't think it was History.
Man,
But I feel like
I
it must
barely
have been
remember it.
around the same time as Ripley's, whatever channel
Yeah.
that was.
Oh, it's a lot older. Maybe I'm thinking of a different show.
I mean, I don't know if it's a lot older, but they've had a few like iterations of it.
Oh, okay.
It's the one with the guy from Star Trek number 2, Picard's number 2 on the Enterprise.
Oh, I actually don't
There's
know.
there's like a meme where someone's like, if you take this guy's questions, because every like episode he'd like ask you a question like, would you buy a car for $1?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ordered a pizza, would you expect it to be there in 3 days? And it's like these weird questions that are just like, how he kind of like segues into the next weird story he tells
Yeah.
you about. But then someone was like, oh, if you take his audio and you slow it down to like 1.5 speed,
Mhm.
it sounds like he's just a drunk guy who's asking you drunken questions.
That reminds me of have you seen Chubby Emu? Because he kind of does that with like, they're like medical stories of like, this man ate 10 Cheetos and he died, and it's like, and then he'll just have these really weird segues and like questions
Yeah.
leading to it.
I mean, well, that's that's the beauty of those kind of things. Is there's natural like segues and natural like, whoa, wait a second, like
Yeah.
how did that happen? which I'm on the not evil side of it, but or the dark side, but the bad side of it, the negative side is, that's where we get all the clickbait. That's like, you'll never believe what washed up on the Venice shores here.
Yeah.
It's this weird picture, and you're like, oh shit, a new sea creature, and it's like, oh no, it's just a dolphin that's been rotting for a few days or something.
Oh yeah, that actually reminded me. Were you in New York when the Montauk Monster happened?
No, was that the thing with the flashing lights?
No. So this is I'll throw up a picture for people who've never heard of this.
Oh,
but and if you want to look it up, but it's this creature that washed up on the shores of Montauk Beach. People claimed it came from Plum Island, which is literally a secret island off of Long Island that's state owned.
Hold on.
Oh,
all right.
No worries. But it's literally a government owned like animal testing facility. That's what they say it is. And no one's allowed, only scientists and researchers are allowed on this island. And people claim that this monster came from the testing facilities of Plum Island and washed up on the shores of Montauk. And it's basically this like half rotted animal. And I think maybe that's partly why I like really loved, because that actually reminds me of I can't remember the name of horrible numbers, but the SCP where they have to like sacrifice a little girl to like keep this like horrible godlike creature at bay, who people say it's probably the Scarlet King. But I feel like that reminded me of the Montauk Monster, but more so like the Plum Island, because people have always said like it's this mysterious facility that no one's allowed to, that's off the coast of Long Island. And it's like, if SCP was real, it would be on Plum Island. Like but the cool thing is they actually might be turning that into a preserve in a couple of years, which is kind of cool, because it'd be curious if they kept like the facilities up and everything. Yeah. Hey, so you're watching our clip video. If you liked it, you should check out the full podcast. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Links in the description. We have a bunch of SCP guests that we want to get onto the podcast. So subscribe, stick around, and hopefully we'll see you around. Thanks, guys.